All right, brother. Here we go, man. Like we said, Bullis and Highland going at it. This is, you could say you could just hear Michael Buffer saying, let's get ready to rumble. That's going to be a heck of a matchup, no doubt about it, between these two schools. And, Coach, what are your thoughts just coming into this one?
Well, I think the biggest thing for Bullis is going to be continuing their hot streak of making sure they have that balance. Mm-hmm. And we know, of course, led at the helm by Adrian Stevens and, of course, Eric Reeby, but also, the balance of their offensive attack and their ability to have guys who play and star in their role. Mm-hmm. That's going to be the key for Bullis. And I think for Highland, it's going to be, even if Nate Ament has another 40-20 game like he did last week against DeMatha, what is the supporting cast going to do? What is the bonus, the icing on the cake that he's going to get from the supporting cast?
Yeah.
And we look forward to Julian Rivera, who will come off not Julian Rivera, but Jacob Ross. Julian Rivera will play a lot of point guard, but Jacob Ross, big piece coming off the bench for Highland as we get started.
Yeah, here we go. We're underway here live at DeMatha Catholic.
There
and
he goes
with the three to open up.
There he goes. 3-ball, and it's going to be a big-time thing for Reeby chasing him off screens, because I'm not sure if Reeby has done that, but since he's played in the States. I'm sure he's probably done that in Europe, but I don't know about the States.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch as the 3 balls up and miss, rebound by Ament.
And Ament has really been attacking the glass lately. Rivera.
And he's going to go up.
Oh,
and
we got the jump ball.
Possession arrow goes to Bullis. And Rivera, in my opinion, this Highland team has been at their best when Rivera has been going. And you look at them last year, got to the state championship, lost to a Miller School team that won all 6 games by at least 15 points, and they defeated Miller 42-40 the year before in the state finals. Definitely a historical squad coming through. Highland as it's blocked inside, and it's going the other way.
Great piece of officiating right there. But, yeah, I agree. Rivera is the guy who, in my opinion, is the triple-double guy for Highland. I think he can help them in the points department, definitely as their best distributor, and then also he is not afraid to go in there and attack the glass. Interesting matchup with him and Stevens so far. Reeby has taken 2 threes so far.
Yes.
He's got that ability, but I'd love to see him operate from the elbow or the mid-post and in, just to start it off.
Yeah, it's now Hamilton coming up to set a screen. Highland with a lot back from last year. As it's taken inside, they go back out to Gorham. Jeremiah Gorham, the 6-foot rising senior guard, and it's thrown over to Rivera. He jab steps, goes inside, his little fadeaways up and in.
Beautiful move by Rivera, and he's so physical. I mean, people may look at his size or whatever the case may be, and he may be one of the best leaders in the East Coast.
I agree. That team, it's great to see Ament go, but when you see Rivera go, I think that's when they truly gel.
Yes.
As that one's from way out by, and it's missed. Rivera with the rebound. And he's going to run. Gorham, he's going to take it back. Rivera, he's going to throw it over. A Mint. He's thinking about calling for the screen, goes around it. He's going to take it inside and gets fouled.
Yep, and it meant such a great job of changing levels and not standing straight up with the defender on him, allowing him to draw that foul.
Amin already looks like so much. You knew once he grew into his body that he was going to be a special talent.
Yep.
And now you're starting to see that really hit. I thought last year early on he looked like he moved a little bit awkward. And now, like you can see, he's just so much more fluid with his movements.
Yeah, wow.
That one goes off, but rebound goes to number 3, Dickerson.
He didn't even bring that one down.
Yeah. And it's taken inside. Blocked again. It's a block party for Highland early in this one. As it's thrown across to Moore. And it's back up. The big man with the 3. And that one goes in and out. Rebound to Mint.
Big-time block, though, by 2025 6'8" forward Josh Hamilton, the Canadian.
Yeah, wow. And I'm telling you, I think some very underrated basketball that direction, too, I'll say, having called a couple teams. It's taken laid up.
Oh, wow.
Just a lid on that rim for Bullis early on.
And Perkins can get it going. I don't like that one.
And it goes out. I think that went off Bullis. It did. Perkins, the 6'1" rising senior, as now that's going to be some subs. Here we go. As now Highland will throw it inside. They get it
Jacob
underneath.
Ross, he is the difference maker.
Yeah, and you were calling that from the get-go.
He is the difference maker. High IQ. His brother just finished his freshman year as a national champion for UConn.
Yeah.
And then there's another Ross brother coming that's already taller than Jacob.
Oh, wow.
That's younger. So the Ross family, college coaches, get acquainted with them and that family. Look at the defense. Oh, come on now. And that's a key matchup, though. Ross defending Stevens, because nobody has been able to stop Adrian Stevens from getting where he wants to get on the floor in the past 2 weekends. Yeah,
I agree. And Bullis now with the basketball, that's going to be number 3, Angelo Dickerson, the third, inbounding, the rising junior. I think Bullis I think they're rushing their shots a little bit right now.
Yeah, they seem a little unsettled.
As that's into number 13, Stevens. And he's going to make a call. And Stevens isolated, goes to the bucket, reverse lay-in, and that might have been blocked. I couldn't tell from my angle as it's taken by Highland. They're going to go inside. Ross, it's taken away. Turnover as it's going to go back. Bullis school with it inside. It's drove in, blocked by Mint, but a foul. I think that might have been.
On the reach. It's got to be the reach.
Yeah, I think that's going to go against Shivas Taylor, the guard. I think he reached in and not on a Mint.
Yep, 21.
So that'll be the first team foul against Highland. Is going to the line will be number 45, Chris Richards, a 6'5" forward that's a rising senior. Richards a good, really, I mean, maybe it's just me. I think he looks an inch or two taller than Sid. I mean, it's unusual because usually you see overstated heights on rosters.
Yeah, most definitely.
He's going to hit the first points for Highland or for Bullis School.
And he's going to do exactly that. He's going to catch and shoot. He's going to attack straight line drives. He's going to guard 1 through 5 at moments and times. A little 1-2-2 from Bullis. I expected to see this, a little change of tempo.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't know. Highland's not a team. I think it's a little bit risky to press them. But, again, you got to take chances as it's going up, and that's going to be number 20, Perkins, with it. He's going to drive. Perkins taken away.
Moore with the great defense.
Good defense.
Perkins is a guy who can make shots in spurts as well. But Moore, one of the more underrated guys, I think, in the DMV and on the East Coast. Just a proven winner. And here taking out the ball as well is Angelo Dickerson.
Yeah.
He's going to be – he's just biding his time, playing his role. Mm-hmm. But I believe next year this will be his team, his program.
Yeah. As it's taken inside, they feed it out. Dickerson drives, lays it up, and it's blocked by Mint.
Beautiful job by Mint. Here's Ross to Taylor. Mint
and a foul. And that's one thing. That's one thing stepping out on a Mint. You have to keep him. I mean, he can hit him from 25 feet out.
Yep.
I remember last year at the Neptune Tip-Off Classic at Catholic High School, he just hit, I think, 4 of them and a half. That was one of the first times I saw him play. And
right.
Oh, my gosh. As now it's going to be inbounded by number 21. That's Taylor. And Rivera's back in. He gives it over to Mint. The two superstar big men guarding each other. Mint spins, turns, goes up, and off.
Oh, man. I love that they're – okay, so if you're going to let Reeby play that physical on defense, he played a lot with his hands on that last possession. You've got to do the same thing. Oh, and they get Reeby over the back this time. Wow.
Yeah. So 5 minutes, 5 seconds into the game, not a field goal yet for Bullis. However, Highland started on a 7-0 run, and they've been pretty quiet since.
Yeah, and I think right now what's happening is with Bullis.
2-1-2. You don't see that
at all. And with Bullis, it's not about how they handle adversity. It's this game, the beginning at least, has shown how are they going to handle success.
Right.
Because, I mean, we've known that they've been talented and good, but at the end of the day, what
10
exactly?
on the shot clock. And it's kicked out. 4 on the shot clock. Rivera, he got it. And Rivera with 5. Rivera and a Mint each with a 3. And it's 10:20 to go in the first half. It's an 8-point Highland lead.
And Highland stepping up defensively for sure. This matchup right here is maybe the hardest matchup Stevens has had throughout these weekends.
Yeah, and that's an immense height. Definitely had something to do with that, as it's nearly taken away, hung on to by Highland. They go to the corner and hand it back out. Has the ball movement, a Mint fakes the 3, drives, and he's double teamed and turned over. 13 turnover for Highland, turned back over for Bullis School. It's given into a Mint, and he's going to lay it in.
Right there is just being 6'10". And, I mean, I like that they're letting them play a little bit on the defensive end. But if you're Bullis right now, in my opinion, you've absolutely got to play through Reeby. And I'm not talking about him being in that trail spot at the trail 5 and the 5 out. Not talking about him bringing the ball up off the rebound. We know that's the stuff that's the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Your bread and butter, hey, Eric Reeby, this is still American high school ball. Let's get on the block. Yeah. Let's get to the middle of the lane. Something.
Yeah, use that. He's 7 foot. Use every bit of it.
Every bit of it. Because if we can get some of that, the rest of the floor will open up. But Bullis, I think, is reacting to not making their first, 10 shot attempts?
Yeah, they still do not have a field goal. Their points come from free throws. As now it's handled up top. That's number 11. That's Skipworth that has it, Xavier Skipworth.
Just reverse it, son, and throw the ball inside. What are we doing, Bullis?
As now Skipworth drives in. He's going to kick it out. 3 ball up, and that one's way off. Rebound.
I am baffled.
Yeah, Mint to the corner to Rivera. Rivera, 5 points and an assist. He throws up
he can
3
shoot
ball.
It. He can shoot it. He can shoot it.
Taylor, nothing but the bottom of the net, and it's now a 13-point lead.
Shivas Taylor, one of the best shooters in the state of Virginia, regardless of class.
As it goes inside, and it's missed. Man. Rebound off, and it goes back. It's thrown inside and put up and in by number 3, Angelo Dickerson.
Yeah, they needed that one big time.
Yeah, 7 minutes, 15 seconds in. Bullis gets their first field goal. As now each team as Rivera goes in, lays it up and in.
Oh, look at Rivera go.
He has 7, and now it's 8:22 to go in the first half. As it's taken in, they're fronting the big man is a Mint, I think. Oh, he had good position there. Just missed him as it's thrown up and missed. Rebound taken off by Highland. That's And that's number 12, Ross. As a Mint now, he's going to go around. You bring it back, a Mint. And he's doubled. He's going to kick it out. That's number 3, Smith with it, Jamal Smith. And it's back to a Mint. He's going to give it over to Smith. His 3 is off. Rebound by number 1, Johnson. And the rising senior gives it up.
Stagnant offensively right there by Highland. Got to get a reversal.
Yeah.
And Bullis.
And a foul call. That's going to be the 4th foul on Highland. Bullis has 3 right now. Possession arrow is with Highland to give you an update on that here with 7:37 to go in the first half. I can't say, I don't know why. I see 15-2, and I think of the John Wall last year. It was a consolation game, and Chance Perkins of Ravenscroft would go off for 57, leading his team on a comeback to win it in overtime. So
wow.
It looked like early they were going to get blown out of the gyms. So, that's as now Bullis has it up top, and it's thrown over to number 13, Stevens, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Great makeup call. Great makeup call because the 2 hands, the call before was a little iffy.
Yeah, it looked like Stevens had his arm out, and that's always going to get.
Yeah, he's going to draw that reaction.
As
Great
now
point.
they're picking up 7:22 to go first half. They're going to pick up now a 1-2-2. They're shifting, they're shifting that more of a diamond press look, a 1-2-1-1.
Yeah, but nobody on the inbounder, which I'm not mad at it, but here's a Mint doing what he does.
And that one's off, taken off by Taylor, thrown back into Bullis.
Now, even a Mint now, as good as a shooting ability that he has, he's got to be careful, and he doesn't need to settle for 15 threes.
I agree. Yeah.
Sometimes you just got a bucket by being 6'10", just catching it and laying it up from Rivera.
Yeah, that's why I think Rivera is so important, because I think that helps a Mint when he gets going. As the 3 ball's up, and that one goes over the backboard, it's going back to Bullis, who right now is on a 5-2 run with 6:34 to go in the first half. They're starting to whittle away at that lead. And here we go.
Yeah, I think that biggest thing Bullis can do, even with Reby off the floor, first off, when he's on the floor, throw him the ball, please. Coach has been doing this for a long time. I'm sure he's saying the same thing. This generation sometimes falls in love with doing everything off the dribble.
Yeah.
And shooting wild contested threes that are really more 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in your backyard growing up shots. Mm-hmm. But those shots aren't meant to be shot to be taken 15 times a game.
Yeah.
They're end of shot clock, end of quarter situations. And, we want to see some great basketball as well.
Yeah, so Stevens has it. He's going to post up. He spins, turns, goes up, and misses.
Oh, wow. Rare miss right there.
Yeah, they missed a couple chip shots from inside as Perkins switches gears, and he's blocked inside.
And that is, if I'm not mistaken, Skipworth, the rising freshman.
Yeah. Man, a good play in a game like this for the young guy. As he's going to go inside, they go to the corner. And attack at the basket, and he goes up.
Ready to get on 2 feet.
Yeah, gosh, so much length on both teams. It's hard to get a contested bucket inside. As it's going there, he's going right at a Mint and throws it out and lobbed
almost
up.
A good save.
And 10 on the shot clock, and it's blocked.
What a block.
As it's thrown out to Rivera, and he's going to reset the offense. Perkins now making the call up top. Here with 4:53 to go in the first half.
A little bit of zone action here. Just put a minute at the high post and just chill. We don't need to do anything else.
As Perkins now gives it up, and it's going to go back to Perkins.
Reverse it. You got to reverse it.
He takes the 3 and
you have
misses.
to reverse it. Come on, young fella.
Richards now, the rising senior, 4:28 to go first half. Gets the rebound. We're knotted at 4 in fouls. Possession arrow with Highland as it's going to be taken inside. And it's posting up. Slithery move underneath and miss. A Mint tips it out. And a whistle blows. Highland's seen enough. Coach Miller not happy. A timeout here with 4:14 to go in the first half. So you gotta think here. If really each school, I think Bullis has the past few possessions. I think they've done a good job getting into the teeth of the defense, unlike opening up when they were settling for threes. And I think that just they've had a couple shots that they've tried to put up that just haven't gone in.
Yeah, I think that Stevens has been trying to post, which is a high IQ play. We expect that from him. He's a high IQ guy. And then I think that Bullis has got to continue to find their balance. That's the key to their whole attack, but it's got to be through Reby as well. He's not one of the top 40 prospects in the country just because he's 6'11", and we just want to look at him.
Yeah.
Like we've never seen somebody 6'11". Like, put him on that right block, let him turn over that right shoulder, and let's play inside out.
Yeah, back to a 1-2-2 is Bullis as Rivera handles it up top. And he's going to give it over to Ament. He looks, Ament fakes, drives, goes up, and banks off. Rebound goes to the big man, who's back in the game. 3:54 to go first half. It's a double-digit lead for Highland, but they've led by as much as 13. Bullis trying to claw back in this one. Only 2 field goals for Bullis so far in this one. As it's thrown in, there we go.
Here we go, right here. Counter. Didn't need to go with the reverse. There's too much finesse. Just go over the top. You're 6'11".
As it's taken out, 3-ball up, and that one goes off. Rebound goes to Rivera. 3:24 to go in the first half.
But I do believe that is from the 3 early blocks that Ament has. And here's Ament. Ament, another one. Love to have that length and size and athleticism on the perimeter. Just put him at the high post.
Oh, misses it.
Bullis got lucky right there.
We've seen both teams miss a couple chip shots inside.
Big time.
Under 3 to go in the first half. It's been this score for a while now. This has been a defensive slugfest, and really both teams, just with the length that they have on the interior, it's hard to get in there and get a bucket. As the big man goes up, and he's going to hit the shot.
There you go. Use that soft touch. Okay, got a little bit of – hopefully that can get him into a little bit of rhythm.
Yeah.
I still don't believe you got to do it all off the dribble, though, young fella.
Yeah, as it's thrown out, 3-ball up, and that one's way off. Is that partially blocked? Don't know. Is that 2:26 to go? And there, Bullis really looking down to chip into this lead. Highland's been scoreless for several minutes as it's handled on the outside. And he takes it in. But Reby puts it up. It's deflected
great
out.
Outside defense. See, that's where Ross, he's going to finish that. You don't have to do it off the dribble.
Yeah, it's now number 2, Moore handling the ball up top. Just over 2 minutes to go first half. As it's thrown up to number 11, Skipworth, as he's guarded tightly. And he gives it over to number 2, Moore. And Moore directing traffic. He's going to slash and kick it out for 3. And that one goes way off, and it's collected by Reby. He's going to post up Ament, go inside, little jump hook up, and that's going to bounce in.
Even though he's fading away, I still like that more than I like everything off the dribble.
Yes, he now has 4. He's starting to get his stride a little bit as they're pressing. As it's thrown over to Rivera, 1:26 to go first half. Taken inside, Gorham launches it over. They go inside, it's taken out, fake, took in, and tough shot, it bounces in.
Big time move
number 3.
by the young fella.
Yeah, Jamal Smith. What a take.
The future of Highland basketball right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Jamal Smith, a 6'1" rising sophomore. As it's 21-11 now. Highland back to a double-digit lead, and the shot's missed. Rebound goes to Rivera. Ament, he's going to go coast to coast, put it up, foul before the shot.
Yeah, it's amazing how a lot of people reach whenever they try to use their body to stop Ament. And Moore did a great job of beating him to the spot. He should have just walled up and made Ament try to spin back towards the middle and let the help come.
Yeah, as now Rivera to inbound from under the bucket, under a minute to go. Ament fakes the 3, drives inside, goes up, and it rolls off into the hands of number 2, Moore. There's a lid on that team today, both teams at times. As Moore throws it over, and that's going to be Stevens with the basketball. He's going to reset the offense. 35 seconds to go outside to the big man at 32. And the screen comes. It's going to be taken inside at 28. Put up, and it battles off. Rebound to Reby, and 20 seconds on the shot clock. He puts
Every
it in.
single time he turns over the right shoulder, something good happens.
Yeah, he's had 6 in a row for his team, and the lead's back to 8. A mint over to Rivera. They go inside, and it's put up, miss, and that's going to be traveling. 15 turnover for Highland.
How's it a travel if the ball got blocked?
I'm not sure what the.
I'm not understanding that one.
As now it's going to be inbounded as they're rolling it in. 8 seconds to go. Clock not starting now. It's starting at 7, at 6, at 5, at 4, at 3, at 2, at the buzzer.
He can do this.
He got it.
This.
And that's 9. The last 9 points. 9 points for the big man. The last 9 points of the half. And what was a 15-2 deficit is now a 21-16 deficit for Bullis School. We're going to take a break and come back. I have more to say. We'll be right back. You're watching the CBG Live Network.
There you go. Now he's in a rhythm. Now the threes fall. Like, what are you doing, Reby? That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to dribble. Now all of a sudden we want to dribble this 100 times. All right.
And we're back second half. It's 21-16 Highland lead. Highland led by as much as 13 in the first half. Rivera with the basketball over to Ament. And he's trying to hit it in the post, but he's fronted. Ament spins, turns, fade away, up, score! Nate Ament with the third bucket of the game. And he has 7. go along with 3 blocks, as it's a 7-point lead for Highland. As now it's thrown over to Dickerson. He has it guarded by Gorham. Dickerson, a screen coming. And Gorham, he goes around, flips it out. 3 ball up. And hand in the face, missed it. It's Chris Richards as it's going to go the other way. Rivera, he's going to drive around, drive inside, kick it out. And that's going to go out. As Gorham has it. Or I'm sorry, Gorham has it. He's going to go in. A little hard to read the jersey from behind. I've fortunately called a few games for Gorham. As a foul's called. 15:01 to go second half. That's going to be the first foul of the second half, either team. Remember that there are there are not foul outs, but I don't see anybody in serious foul trouble. That's Richard's second. But pass 5 as it's thrown underneath. Rivera puts it up and in. Rivera now with 9. That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, when he gets going, that Highland offense really can take it to another level. That's going out now as that's Moore with it. He's going to throw it up top to number 13, Stevens. He pulls his way in, kicks it out to the corner for the triple. It's off. Rebound to Rivera. Highland running. It's thrown down court. That's number 0, Gorham. He's going to go in right into the teeth of the defense, and he collects the basketball. It gets poked out, and it's going to stay with Highland here with 14:29 to go second half. As so far the second half, just like the first, Ament and Rivera start off hot. I mean, to beat Highland, you have to stop those two. That's much easier said than done. As the 2 big men going at it. As Ament takes the 3. And it's off. It's tipped up and tipped out and over and out. It's going to stay with Highland with 14:20 remaining here in the second half. (17) in favor of Bullis. As Reby had 7 rebounds. This is taken in by Gorham, given out to Rivera. And he's going to lob it across court. And it's taken inside, spun out. Immense 3 at the buzzer, misses. Shot clock buzzer, that is. Gorham with the rebound. 13:58 to go second half. Gorham's 3. It's up and off, and the big man gets the rebound. He's very close to a double-double right now. As it's taken inside, spins, turns, up, score! And he's at 11 points, is the big man. And that's his first bucket of the second half. He has had the last 9 points for his team as Gorham throws it over to Rivera up top. Screen coming. As Rivera drives, spins, turns. He's going to drive, go up and in. Rivera with 4 this half now as his team goes back up 9. And it's going to be handled by number 2, Moore. And he's going to bring it up, guarded by Gorham. As they stay in a man-to-man, it's thrown to the big guy. He's going to drive on number 1, Josh Hamilton. Take the fadeaway jumper and miss it. Rebound to Mint. As he goes over to Rivera. 13:02 to go second half. As Rivera, he's going to go off the screen. He's going to penetrate, crosses over, and he kicks it out. And it's going to be brought back out. 18 on the shot clock, taken inside. As it's put up and in by number 0, Gorham. And it's back to an 11-point lead. The biggest lead for Highland has been 13. As it's going to be brought up against the quarter-court defense. As now it's thrown over to the corner. And they're trying to hit him on the inside. That they do. It's thrown up. The big man's going to reverse it and score. Make it 11 in a row for him. As he's now trying to will his team back in this one. As they've trailed by as much as 13. Unbelievable. 11 in a row for him. As now Ament, he has 13. My fault, 13 in a row. He scored all 13 in a row. As it's taken in and missed. It's tipped up, but back into the hands of Hamilton. He misses it. Rebound by Richards. Good physical rebound by Chris Richards. As it's taken down court. They wanted the 3, not there. Bullis basketball. It's thrown up top. 3 ball up and off. Rebound goes to Highland. Gorham on the run. He's going to throw, Perkins on the run. Gorham, wide open lane to the bucket. He lays it in. Gorham has 4 points. All of them come in the second half. 11:37 to go in the ball game. As it's going to be Bullis back. Highlands has let's see. Highland had 6 assists in the first half as it's blocked by Hamilton. And 5-2 is the number of blocks. 6-2 now, the number of blocks. As now substitution, I believe that's number 1. That's Jeremiah Johnson checking in for Bullis. And out goes Dickerson for a breather as it's inbounded. Handed up top by Moore, number 2. He's going to go to the post. He's going to spin, turn against Rivera. Tough shot, and he gets it. That's number 13, Adrian Stevens, with it. And oddly, that's his first bucket. 11-10 to go here, second half, but it's only a 9-point game. Lobbed across court to Gorham and over to Perkins, over to Gorham. It's thrown to Rivera. Over to Ament. His 3 is nothing but net. Nate Ament with 10. Here with 10:55 to go in the second half, and Highland has taken a 12-point lead. As it's number 2, that's Moore with the basketball. He's guarded by Gorham. And he feeds it over to Stevens. He's going to drive, and he's open for the 3. He got it. Nice response. As Adrian Stevens hits the bucket. He has 5 all in the second half. It's back to 9 again. This game's starting to speed up a bit as it's taken inside. Posting up. What a move through the lane, and a bucket by number 12, Jacob Ross. He has 6 in the ball game. As now it's Bullis basketball. They're down 11. And it's over to Stevens. Why not keep getting into him? He's starting to heat up. Screen set. He wants the 3, not there. He's driving on Rivera. He takes the fade away and connects. 7 in a row for him now. And it's back again to a 9-point game with 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Good second half so far. Only 1 foul either way. Ament, then they go to the corner for the triple. It's in and out. Rebound secured by the big guy, and he's close to a double-double. As it's thrown back to Stevens, he's going to take it on Ament. Stevens post up, reverse lay-in off, and Ament hits it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Bullis with 9:40 remaining here in the second half. As checking in for Highland is number 3, Jamal Smith, and checking in the other way. Let's see. Out goes Reby and Moore. In comes, totally missed it. In comes Skipworth and who did I miss? In comes, I thought they made a second sub, so maybe I'm wrong. As the jumper by Stevens, he misses it. Rebound by Mint, and he's going to push tempo. 9:30 to go, second half. Mint drives it in, kicks it to the corner, back up top as they're moving the ball. Mint, now he's guarded tightly. He's going to give it over. 19 on the shot clock as it's taken. Perkins, he's going to drive. He's going to take it back. Jumper up. Good.
And that's what Chance Perkins can do. He can make shots. He can score in bunches. When he's in rhythm, or when he's on, he's on.
Yeah, that's the – and there's a time you want to get him going if you're Highland to try to put a knockout punch in up 11 here with 8:58 remaining. Of course, we know Bullis School capable of going on a big run as it's stripped out of there, but a foul. And it's
I love the competitive nature.
Yeah. As now it's good. That's going to be a foul call. The possession arrow right now is with Bullis School, and it's going to step, but a foul, and that's going to be the first team foul on Highland. Only 2 combined fouls the second half. Let's keep it up that way. This up and down pace, so much fun to watch. As Stevens.
How in the world is that a foul?
Yeah, they throw it inside to Richards, he puts it up and in.
There he goes. Now this is what we talked about, the balance of Bullis.
Yeah, they have a lot of guys that can do damage. Richards has been a physical force on both ends. As Perkins' jumper, it's in and out and tipped over. Stevens now on the run. He's getting hot. 8:26 to go in the ball game. Stevens to the bucket. It's stripped out, and that is going to give him a chance to go to the line. You know, that last call might have been, I stand corrected on that last call. The one whistle official blew a foul, but I think they switched it to a jump ball because, it didn't show up on the board, and the possession arrow switched over to Highland. As now that's going to be number 13, Stevens, going to the line for 2. He has 7 all here in the second half. Number 13, that's Adrian Stevens, a 6'4", rising senior. And he'll put the first one up, and that one's going to go off the front. Is this the first time that – let me check, make sure. Yeah, this has been Bullis only their second trip to the free throw line.
Major benefactor, especially when you've got the biggest guy on the floor.
Yeah, interesting. The Bullis has shot. They're going to miss both of them. They've shot all 4 free throws in this game. Highland has not had but granted, there hasn't been many fouls. At one apiece right now here in the second half with 8:13 remaining. Rivera has it. Here comes a screen. As he's going to go around, that's an offensive foul and a turnover.
That's on Rivera. You've got to wait. You've got to wait one more second.
16 turnover for Highland. And that's what Coach Miller's saying. He's saying keep in the game. Now Bullis school basketball. It's going to be thrown up. And that goes over to Moore. And screen set by the big guy. And they're going to throw out. He wants the 3, not there. He's going to step back and take the 3 and hit the 3.
Eric Reeby, the big German.
16 points for him now.
There he goes. He's the difference maker. Let's make no mistake about this, Bullis. Bullis is a great program, and they have been.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Coach Bruce Kelly has been doing this for so long, and not just doing this, but he's been winning for so long.
Yeah, and he does a great job adapting, to the game and the culture of the game and how it devolves over the years. He's done tremendous with that. As that's going out of bounds, this is the closest it's been in a while as Highland built the lead back out to double digits. Their biggest lead has been 13. As it's inbounded to Ament, he wants a 3, he's doubled. Gorham, extra pass, they go over. It's stripped out and turned over. Bullis with the basketball, Moore's going to take it. And it's deflected out by Ament, deflected off Moore. And that's going to be the 15th turnover for Bullis school. Neither team turning the ball much either, and I think that's what's making this game so much fun to watch. 3 combined fouls with 7:19 remaining in the ball game. In the second half, that is, as now it's a full court man-to-man, a tight one, as Rivera's going to have to bring it up against the pressure. And he does, and he crosses over, loses it, as they're going to go down court, as it's taken up.
He got lucky. He got lucky. He stumbled, and it ended up, for Jeremiah Johnson, he stumbled with the ball on the catch, and it ended up making Ament jump too early.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Ament, in a lot of situations, I mean, Johnson, a strong guard, he might have been able to pull an and one out of that.
Right.
But Ament's length just so intimidating on the inside, and you can see that.
Yeah, his couple blocks in the first half has made Bullis change not only their evaluation, at the rim, but also the timing. What usually looks like a great shot or a regular shot for the normal person, but when a 6'10" guy with long arms comes out there, and he's affecting shots at the rim and altering shots, it makes you take a second chance.
Yeah, the second one's hit. And Bullis getting in there. That man-to-man, that may be what they needed as they're switching up to that. Here with 7:04 to go in the ball game. Ament now, big guy bringing it up. He's going to give it to Rivera. And he's going to bring it around. And it's held on the edge and brought back out. Screen coming. 6:50 to go in the ball game. It's thrown over to Ross. And he's going to feed Ament.
Way to relocate by Ament. And Reeby's got 2 hands on Ament every time he puts the ball on the floor. I mean, I don't know if these refs have ever played basketball, but you can't go by anybody when they got 2 hands on you. I don't care. I can't go past my 9-year-old daughter if she's holding me.
And that shot's good by number 3, Dickerson.
There's the flashes of Dickerson. I'm telling you, he's going to be good. This is going to be his program after next season.
Yeah, the lead back to 3. Ament sets a screen for Rivera. He kicks it out as it's driven inside, and a foul. No, an offensive foul.
That's crazy. That is horrible.
And that's going to be a Highland turnover with 6:07 remaining here in the ball game. And that's going to go back to Bullis school. They could cut it to 1 or tie it on this possession.
How's it a charge on a jump stop? That is horrible. That is the worst call I've ever seen in DMV live history.
as now it's going to be Bullis basketball here, as it's going to be number 3. That's Dickerson inbounding, and Moore's going to bring it up, and he'll be met at half court by number 3, Smith. As it's given up to the big man, and it's thrown in the post, taken away by Ross. Ament on the run, and he's going to go up and draw the foul.
Oh, watch your head, Reby. Watch your head, because Jacob Ross, no whistle, and that thing would have came off that rim, and he was going to finish with no regard for humanity, as my man Kevin Highland would say.
5:51 to go. Ament's going to go to the line for 2. He has 10 on the night so far. In what's been a defensive battle, he's going to put the first one up, and that's good. This is the first free throw trip to the line for Highland tonight. As again, it's nothing against, I mean, we've had a combined 7 foul shots in the game.
Yeah.
Or will after this one. As Ament's second shot, it's up, and that one's nothing but net. He is now up to 12 here with 5:50 to go. His team taking a 5-point lead as Rivera meets him at half court. I think this full court man-to-man for Bullis causing some problems. As it's thrown over, Stevens is going to attack. Now the 3 ball by Moore is off. It's tipped back out to the big man. He's going to shoot the 3 and miss it. Now it's rebounded off. Bodies hit the floor everywhere.
Come on.
And the possession arrow is with Highland.
You got to call the foul. He's on top of him. Great call.
So that will be a foul as Highland will have the possession arrow is with them with 5:25 to go, but since that was a foul, that won't impact anything on that end. So Rivera to inbound now against the full court press. I expect to see what they did earlier by getting it to a man up top.
And I got so much respect for Josh Hamilton. People have no idea the amount of injuries that he's played through in his time at Highland.
Yeah, he's a special athlete. It's thrown over. Hamilton catches it. They go out to Ament. As screen comes, Ament, it's deflected out. 13 on the shot clock. Ament hits the floor. It's thrown out. 10 on the shot clock. And they got to get it up, something up. 5 on the shot clock. Rivera, he throws it out. They've got to get something up. 1 on the clock. It's up and way off, and the rebound goes to Moore. That deflection, a big difference on that possession, and it's never going to show up on a stat sheet, but that's what impacted the possession for Highland. As now 4:40 to go in this one. They're trying to hit the big man in the post, and they get it to him. Rivera from behind.
Outstanding IQ by Rivera.
And the shot's missed, tipped up by Ament, and it falls
look at Ament go.
Nate Ament with 14 now, here with 4:24 to go. As it's handled up top by Stevens, he's guarded by Ament. They go outside, these two heavyweights going at it. As Stevens drives in, back to Moore. And the 3 ball's off and rebounded. And they're going to call it over the back on, or no, that's going to go against Rivera.
Yeah, wow.
As that's going to, so that'll stay with Bullis School here with 4:09 remaining in this one. As it's going to be inbounding number 13, Stevens. And he's going to throw it in. Stevens gets it to the corner to Moore. And he's going to bring it back up. Moore. And he's got Moore guarded by Gorham. It's thrown to the corner. As the big guy's going to post up. And he spins, turns, takes the jumper. It misses. Rebound by Rivera. Don't think he had a lot of comfort in the look and how he took that shot.
No, I don't think he was expecting the amount of resistance.
Yeah. As now Ament's going to attack. He's going to bring it out. Ament drives, spins, turns. He's going to go up and draw the foul. Ament just not, it's unbelievable. Just not your typical, in terms of his height, not your typical 6'10" guy, like his length. I feel like his wingspan just is what defines him.
Yep.
Because, at the college level, guys his height, they come a dime a dozen.
Right.
Yeah.
No, most definitely. The shooting, the combination, like you said, partner, of the wingspan, the shooting ability, the footwork is going to be what's going to separate him at the next level, like you said.
as now he's going to get one more. It's an 8-point game. Second shot, and that one rattles in. A mint 4 for 4 from the line. And a timeout taken, a full timeout by Highland. So I'm expecting some kind of adjustment from Coach Miller. Usually when he calls this, it's some kind of full court press coming. But with 3:37 to go, it's 44-35. And it started when Highland had jolted out on a 15-2 run to start the game. And they slowly came back as now that's going to be as slowly Bullis School came back and into the game, and they're only down 9 right now. 3:37 to go. I mean, they're going to have to be smart, but I think what struggled for Bullis School is they just haven't really found a rhythm. Like, they've had some bursts where a couple of their guys have gone off for some points, but they haven't really been in a consistent rhythm this game. Highland, I feel like their length has been bothering them. I think that that Highland, one thing that they've done a good job of is pulling the big man away from the basket, the big 7-footer. And no doubt about it, you want to. I mean, if you're Highland, you want to try to keep doing that and staying in that flow. I feel like Rivera being on tonight, I think that's so important for this team, just with what he brings with his skill set. As now Bullis inbounds it, and sure enough, here's the press, and notice Nate Amin at the top of the press. And here we go. It's a kind of a 1-2-1-1 look as it's thrown out to the corner and back up top. As Highland is going to sag back into a 2-3 zone. It looks like, maybe
a 3-2.
Yeah. As it's thrown off, and Perkins with it, thrown back out. And Moore's three is off. I knew when Miller's called, every time he'll sometimes do that, he'll call that timeout and make like some kind of not radical, but a major adjustment on the game.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes, now that's number 0, Gorham. He's going to get to Rivera, his three.
Wow.
Got it!
What a game for Julian Rivera. I'm talking about the leader, the heart and soul of this Highland program, the one who's probably put in so much sweat equity, blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, he has 14, 7 in each half. Talk about consistency as the three's up, and that rattles in.
This kid's so good, man. He's not shooting the ball as well as we thought he would, but he is so good. He's one of the more underrated guards on the entire East Coast, in my opinion.
I agree. He has 10 all in this second half.
And I don't know what it is, if maybe because he plays on the Under Armour Association in AAU or whatever the case may be, but we can't act like Anthony Edwards didn't come from that. He was on Atlanta Express dunking on everybody, shooting threes, doing whatever the heck he wanted to do. And I think after this season, we all had to catch ourselves because a lot of people were comparing him to Michael Jordan. But nevertheless, Stevens, one of the most underrated guards, not only on the East Coast but in the country. But this lineup right here for Bullis, probably the smallest, but with the smallest and quickest lineup with Reby on the floor with 4 guards.
Yeah, it's a 9-point game right now, 2:30 to go, as Highland has 5 fouls compared to 4 for Bullis. The possession arrow favors Highland right now, as that's going to be Rivera bringing the ball up as he's tightly guarded over to a Mint. And right now, if I'm Bullis, I buckle down to Mint. He comes in and misses, but under that's going to be Ross with it with a hustle play. And I was going to say, if I'm Bullis, if Highland scores, okay. But it's not going to be Rivera. It's not going to be a Mint. That's the commitment I make if I'm Bullis.
Ooh.
But Ross comes through with a big bucket. Has the jumpers taken and missed. Rebound Rivera, 1:53 remaining in the ball game. He's going to throw it over. Gorham down court. Perkins for 3. He got it!
Oh, big-time shot for Chance Perkins. And we told you he can make shots, ladies and gentlemen.
And Highland sitting on their biggest lead of the game. Perkins has 5 all in this half. As it's thrown out to Stevens. And he's going to try the triple, and it's off. Rebound Perkins.
Reby has not touched the ball in the last 4 possessions for Bullis.
Yeah, you got to go to the big guy. I mean, there's no question. You got to run through your superstar, and I mean, he scored 13 in a row at one point, and then they kind of went away from him. Mint drives inside, fadeaway jumper, and misses it. Rebound goes to Moore. 1:07 to go in the ball game. As he goes to Stevens. And a charge on Stevens.
And that's what Julian Rivera does. Not only make timely shots, run the show as one of the point guards on this floor, but he will take a charge.
And I have 17 turnovers for Bullis School with 1:02 remaining as Rivera inbounds. These two programs, very good ball hand. Neither turns it over a whole lot.
No.
As it's going to be Rivera. He throws it in to Ross and back to Rivera. 1 minute to go in play. At 26 on the shot clock, Rivera. And I'm sure they're going to use every second of that. Rivera, he's guarded tightly at midcourt. And Rivera brings it out. Screen coming from Mint. Rivera goes around it into the lane, puts the floater up and misses it. Rebound goes out off of Stevens, and that's going to give a 20-second shot clock to Highland as they get ready to inbound here. 42.5 seconds left. It's a 14-point ball game.
And I think that what Highland did as far as exceeding expectations is they were just the tougher team today. They were the team who did the least amount of whining. They were the team who lined it up as soon as the referee made the official made the call, and they were the team who just happened to show up and say, hey, Bullis, you're going to have to beat us. We're not going to beat ourselves, but you're going to have to beat us today. And they have definitely responded to the challenge and will probably go, in some people's opinion, to the top team in the DMV area for the live periods, should they be able to hold on in this head-to-head matchup.
Yeah, 16 seconds remaining, and Mint holds it up top. Bullis going to and that's going to do it as the two big men shake hands. And so Highland defeats Bullis School 52-38 here at